Hey guys, I hope you're having a kick-ass week. Today I want to talk about these little fellas here, and I don't know if you can see those too well, but these little whiskey stones or whiskey cubes or soap stones, I've seen them called as well. These ones are made out of soap stone, but they can be made out of all sorts of things as well. The idea is that you use them in your whiskey glass instead of ice, and there's a whole lot of controversy over them. Today I want to weigh in and tell you what I think. So here we go. Welcome to Distiller everyone. This is the channel all about chasing the craft of home distillation and making it a legitimate hobby, but we also talk whiskey and other spirits, craft spirits, whatever it is, right here as well. So if that's what you're into, have a think about signing up. It'd be awesome to have you on board. Also wanted to say a real quick shout out to all the magnificent bastards that are ending up right here, hanging out in the comments and so on and so forth. It's great to have you guys on board too. Alright guys, whiskey stones. Like I said, there's some controversy over these, and I guess there's the people that are into them, and there's the people that aren't so into them. The people that are into them say they're great, they'll cool your whiskey down, they'll cool your drink down, but they will not water the drink down like ice will, which is, it's not going to melt, right? Like, that has to be true. The people on the other side of the fence will say, yeah, that might be true, but these things are not going to cool your drink down like ice will. They just do not work. And because of that, they're totally and utterly useless. And the worst part is, because people know you're into whiskey and so on and so forth, they're going to buy them for you over and over again. And you're going to have to hide them or give them away to someone else. First of all, I thought it might be a good idea to actually test that, to see whether or not it's true, whether or not for me, under far from lab conditions, I can see whether or not these little cubes, these ones aren't cold, obviously they've been sitting out for a while now, but whether these little guys will cool down liquid as much as ice. So let's get on to that. Woo, all right, so I just went inside, grabbed two medium-sized or small ice cubes really, and I figure they've got roughly the same volume as these three whiskey stones. I think the whiskey stones have a slight advantage here, but if things are as drastic as the naysayers for whiskey stones say they are, it shouldn't be a problem, right? Anyway, so my trusty infrared thermometer here, and I know this isn't really the perfect tool for the job. That's saying 23 degrees and 23 degrees, perfect. So ice cubes in this one, and whiskey stones, without breaking anything, and that one. And obviously I want to give both a little decent stir as well. So a little bit of common sense and a little bit of Googling would sort of say that maybe the science is actually behind the naysayers on the whiskey stones here. And the idea being that this is basically just, the whiskey stones are just basically a hunk of matter. They're just, I guess, a heat sink that's thrown in. So it's going to adjust the temperature a little bit, but that's about it. The ice, on the other hand, is actually changing phases as well. It's changing from ice to liquid, and as it does that, the temperature is actually going to sort of stay somewhat constant as well. Two ice cubes and a big glass of water like that is probably, the effect is not going to be so dramatic. But anyway, in any case, first of all, yeah, that feels like a pretty drastic temperature difference to me, but let's try it on drinking it as well, like we would with whiskey, right? Okay, it's not ice cold. It definitely feels sort of chilled now. Definitely not warm like it was beforehand. And that's tepid. It's like tap water here at the moment, pretty much. But let's see what the... Okay, so that's down to 10 degrees. And this, I don't want to get the whiskey stones, is down to 19. So that's a really, really big difference, right? This cooled down a whole lot. This, not so much. To the whiskey stones' credit, this glass does not have more water in it now, right? Which isn't a big deal because there was water in the first place. But if you got some precious ass whiskey in there, that's maybe not what you want, right? The ice cube people will say that, hey, don't whiskey connoisseurs like water in their whiskey? Yeah, sure, some do, but they like to control it and put an exact amount in, not dump a whole buttload in like that. But honestly, I think that's kind of somewhat irrelevant because didn't we just show that the things don't work? They don't do a damn thing. I guess in one way we kind of did. But I want to go against the grain here, and I want to say why I still think these things are awesome. Now, full disclosure, first up, I do have to say that my wife got me these for Christmas. Thank you, babe. So I have to be a little bit delicate, at least, if I was going to say they suck. But I actually don't think they suck, and here's why. Let's say it's summer, like it is here in New Zealand right now, and I want to pour myself a nice glass of whiskey. Problem is, the cabinet that I keep my liquor in is warm, right? It's quite hot. So this is sitting a whole lot, oh, that smells good. This is sitting a whole lot warmer than I'd really like to drink it. I personally sort of like to drink my whiskey at, I guess, this sounds really wanky, but kind of cellar temperature, I guess. So not cold, but also not hot. I don't want it to be 20 something degrees when I drink it. That's not my jam. But I don't like it ice cold either. So what's a whiskey drinker to do when your whiskey is too hot, but you don't want to put ice in it because you don't want to put a whole lot of water in it? Well, turns out these are pretty good. That is about 1/5 the volume of the water I had before, and I'm still going to put, in this case, let's try 2 stones without breaking my glass. Normally I put them in first. And I do have to say these have been sitting out of the freezer now for, I don't know, 5 minutes or something. But I guess you see probably where I'm going with this, right? I can use these 2 little things in the glass of whiskey that would have been hot. I'm not watering the whiskey down, but I'm also not chilling it all the way down to, fridge temperatures or something crazy like that. And this is now right around the temperature that I like it. I know that might be kind of against the grain and not exactly the consensus amongst whiskey snobs, nerds, connoisseurs, or so on and so forth. So I would hope by now that you guys kind of know that I sit in the camp of sort of drink your whiskey or whatever drink it happens to be the way you like it, drink it the way you enjoy it. And at the end of the day, that's really all that matters. And I'm discovering that I like it just like this in the middle of summer. So if you've decided maybe you sit in the same camp as me and you want to give these things a go, I'll stick a link down below, an Amazon affiliate link. These ones are called Spirit Stones. What were they thinking? Anyway, and they are handcrafted by the Grey Mountain Mining Company. So as funny as that is, I do actually kind of like them. If you guys want to get some too, like I said, there'll be a link down below. Just so you know too, guys, this isn't actually true to label. It's not Lafroig. I made my own whiskey on the still over there about 3 months ago now, but I did put it into the Lafroig bottle without washing it out with a little dribble in the bottle, and it's actually adding a nice little peaty touch to this whiskey. I'm really enjoying it. The sherry's also coming out a whole lot now too, which is interesting because it's been sitting in a bottle since I tasted it last. Go figure. Anyway guys, thanks for hanging out, thanks for watching the video, and also thank you for all the love around the twins last week. That was really cool of you guys, like actually pretty cool. So thank you for that. If you liked the video, like it. If you really liked the video, have a think about subscribing. It'd be awesome to have you on board. And I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.